I don't know, but I would respect it if it was, you're sticking to your morals and you're sticking to the fact of, look, if Bill Murray can get Sigourney Weaver, I want to get a blowjob from a ghost. Like that to me, that's a fair trade. What is up to you to actually do it?
You
wrote it in the...
because Enigma was like, that's why I sent Out of the Week to Key. She knows how to format it. Yeah, but I am the one who has to put it in OBS, so it still ends up on my plate. But let's show it off, shall we? Hello and welcome everybody to the AWKWARDCast, where ANY and Keyframe wonder about random drivel with Art of the Week, which is now visible.
Sure. But yes, we have Chi-Chi!
Yeah!
Welcome to
Welcome back!
Yeah. Sadly, between the time of the last podcast and now, Chi-Chi sadly passed away. But
we reanimated her for the show.
Yeah, we need our veteran guest because we are not funny. And so we were like, no, you can't die on us. And, we reanimated it, and now she's craving brains, but we strapped her down to the chair. That's why she's not moving. So, Hey, Chi-Chi, how's living again?
Not that much different from dying.
Oh, no.
Seems like the expected progression.
But yeah, now that you're alive again, Chi-Chi, for the people who don't remember you, who are you, what do you do, and why should people care?
Well, I do singing mostly. I do the musics. Most people know me from Has Been Hotel from Addict. And very recently, if you watch Amphibia at all, if you saw the the trailer for the third season drop, that was me singing on that. So, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, with Jake did the remix, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, look at you working, boys. That's so awesome. I felt so bad that I couldn't retweet the trailer with you singing because spoilers.
It's all good.
Like, my friend. It was like, my friend, my morals. No. But yeah, we got a Disney person on this show now, so we can't swear. No fuck.
Well, shit.
There we go. But yes, Chi-Chi, what have you been up to recently? I think the NDA is expired, so you can talk about doing the Amphibia promo. I think. I don't know. Maybe
that's already out, so there's nothing. So I can talk about willy-nilly now.
Well, yeah, tell us about what's been going on in the life of Chi-Chi.
Just kind of more shifting between projects here and there for music and stuff like that. I'm about to start on my streaming ventures in the not-too-distant future. And that's going to be interesting to try, because I've only tried streaming once before, and it kind of turned into a disaster.
As every first stream does.
Most streams are.
Yeah, they do. I suppose so. But my first time streaming, I did it on YouTube, and I did it from a very old laptop on a very bad connection. So all the audio was coming out of one ear, and oh no, you don't want to see that. You don't want to see that.
What
did it look?
I mean, people now saw how to.
It was like 5 frames a second.
People cannot check on their own.
Yeah, if you're a brave soul, you can look at it.
I'll give it a like, so it'll forever be in my liked videos.
Excellent.
But yeah, you're going to go to streaming. That's really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, have you been doing anything else, like slaying any dragons, rescuing damsels?
Riding snails and all that.
Yeah, riding snails.
It's no big deal.
But you know what? Tell us how that whole. This isn't an interview podcast, but I think the audience wants to know how the hell Yeah, how the hell did that happen? Like,
So a lot of it was a lot of luck. So originally Jake, a while back was actually commissioned to do the remix for the show. But only like a few weeks before the thing released, he approached me and said, "Hey, do you want to be on this thing for Avivia, or do you at least want to try singing for it?" And I was like, "Yes, yes, I do."
Yeah.
And so basically what I was supposed to just do was like the demo vocals, the scratch dash demo vocals, which is basically like the track that you send off to someone else to do like the original singing. This is just so they have a vocal reference to work off of. But the original people liked it so much they were saying, "Hey, just put her on for the final." And so that's how I got the gig.
That is the biggest compliment of, hey, you're good enough. Want to be on the real thing?
Yep.
That, I mean, like, the thing is, I knew about this happening for a little while before the promo premiered. Let me tell you, it was hard to keep tight fucking lip. It'd be like,
Yeah,
can't say anything.
it's always the hardest part.
Yeah, I'm not getting Chi-Chi in trouble with the mouse. That's scary. Otherwise, she's gonna go to
Don't let me take off
she's
the
gonna
belt.
go to Amphibia. Okay. Mickey doesn't wear a belt, and I don't know where he would keep one.
For just such purposes. Ha 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 ha! Disobedience gets punished in the house of the mouse.
I know. Stop. Stop. I want to end this cast now, and we're not even like 10 minutes in.
Ha.
God, I hate you. I have to see you in a month. Oh, God. Okay. But, like, yeah, Chi-Chi, that is great. So, if nothing else has happened in your week, Max, anything notable happen to you? Because if not, I could talk about my week.
You might be the winner. Did I do anything big over the last few days?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. My life is... Oh, wait, yeah, but it probably bleeds into your week. I got invited on a stream to play some Gartic Phone.
Yes, okay, so my week.
Yeah, that is a thing that happened, and I pass over to you, I guess.
And I'm guessing Himbo and Rocket aren't around for you to lift up to make up for your lack of events.
Probably not. But yeah. Yay! And this time, there is a VOD that exists. Thanks, YouTube.
Thank you, YouTube, for honesting my fucking charity stream.
It was only 24 hours of your life that you put a lot of effort in and got a lot of friends to join you for. Google.
Yeah. You can have a live stream for months on end of a lo-fi girl studying for an eternity. You can't. Okay. Anyways, yeah. So hi guys, it's me, your boy. So this week is what I would like to call injury and shenanigans. So, funny story. I pulled an abdominal muscle this week. For people who know, I've been training at a new gym and I've been having a great time. I've been training hard. My trainer's been putting me through a lot and I love it. I want to gain mass and tone and get lean and all that. So I've been going to their, group classes that have a lot of strength training and stuff, and it's high interval strength training. So it's really efficient. And as you know, I'm the peak of American efficiency. And the thing is, do you know that you're not supposed to do that every day?
Yeah.
You're not supposed to do high interval training every day?
Yes. That's basically workout 1-on-1. But why do you bring this up?
High interval training. So it was like it was like the Wednesday class. We were doing exercises. I was just done deadlifting stuff and shit, and I had to do this exercise called dead bugs, where you're lying on your back your legs are 90 degrees and you're touching your knees, and then you extend one leg and extend the opposite arm, and it works your core and your obliques and stuff, right? The original exercise had a medicine ball. It hurt to do it with the medicine ball. I did it without a medicine ball. I couldn't fully extend my leg without being in searing pain. And I was like, that's not good. My trainer thought I had a hernia. I don't. But God, that was a terrifying 5 minutes until I felt around and was like, okay, there's no bump. So yeah, I pulled an abdominal muscle and she's had me on rest for this weekend. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of resting. I'm not a fan of not putting myself through pain. I need to be lifting weights. I need to feel strong. I need to gain that muscle so I can break max over my knee-like vein. How can I do that while I'm resting? Duh. But yeah, lesson learned, do my muscle group isolated exercises and just do the interval training every other day. Chrissy learned a lesson, guys. I can be taught. Don't why are you making that picture bigger?
That's why. I felt the need to try out the slideshow after all, and there it goes.
Why is What? Apparently, Odie is saying that Ball Doggo is disappointed in me now. I'm sorry that I wanted to be strong. Yeah. I'm sorry that I wanted to lift the weights and train hard. I didn't know that training hard had consequences.
Welcome to adult life.
What does that have to do with adult life? That's just me being stupid. I could have done that as a teenager.
Yeah, but usually as a teenager, consequences don't hit as hard. You get protected from a lot of consequences. But as an adult, nobody's stopping you from eating, I don't know, chips and Coke all day as your primary food. Until eventually your body tells you, dude, throw in something else. Not talking from experience.
I think it's hilarious though that it's like I get consequences for doing a healthy thing.
No, that's the thing. It wasn't healthy anymore.
I did what okay.
The amount makes the poison. Water.
I didn't think 45 minutes a day of lifting weights like at a full body lifting weights was that bad. Now, if I was doing them for 2 hours every day, that would have been bad. I didn't think 45 minutes was going to be the painful thing. I'm sorry that I didn't realize.
Well, what's important is that you know now. What's important is that you learned.
Yeah, but now my pride is bruised because of Max, so I'm gonna yell at him anyways.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I guess in retrospect, it's understandable given some of the stuff we were doing, because we were doing shit with like those ropes that you have to do and flipping tires and fucking deadlifting and like you have to fucking pull a weight plate from your feet using just your arms and your core. So you're basically like inching forward. That stuff. There's a lot of core in that. I just realized how much core exercise is in those HIIT classes. That explains a lot. But you don't realize your core can get damaged because you use it every day. So I found out my threshold. But yeah, besides that, I decided to up my spirits by playing Gartic Phone.
Hey, that was my cue.
So for people who don't know, Gartic Phone is basically a game of telephone where you write down a prompt, someone has to draw that prompt, and someone has to make a prompt based off the drawing that you saw, and you see what chaos ensues. And it is so fucking fun. I love this game. We played it on the charity stream, and now I have people who like to play it. And it went in some directions, let me tell you. We had lovely things like
I picked the worst one first.
Yeah, thank you, Will. Yeah, we had Will, Chris, Max. Then we also had like Luke, I think, and Lauren. We had Lauren.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, it's really funny to see Lauren's drawings against all of ours. But it was so much fun. That was a great hour of my life. Because the best part is we were having so much fun that we were like, okay, one more. Okay, one more.
Those are always the best.
No, the best part is hearing Max being like, oh wait, yeah, I can use this. Oh wait, I forgot about this part of the prompt. Oh no! He always sounded like he was in a crisis when he was when he was drawing something.
Those are my art noises.
Those are your art noises.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. But this is a Dad. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I need to do more Gartic Phone. I find Gartic Phone more fun of a group game than Among Us. Maybe because there's less fighting.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very different thing. Like, I mean, you could argue that both games have a high stress factor, but one of them has paranoid stress, the other one has art stress, and I dare to say that one of them comes more natural to you.
Yeah, I'm more adept to the. Oh yeah, because I'm always just killing people. I'm always just taking a knife, going behind my friends and being like, stab, stab. And then lying about it. Look, I'm just saying, I
have pictures. I have picture albums full of suitcases full of knives you sent me in threatening manner. And this is not even not true.
Oh yeah, I do!
Yeah, you keep sending me pictures of suitcases full of knives.
And videos, don't forget that. Yeah. I haven't thought about it because usually I send those when you're coming to visit. So we haven't been able to do that because there was no realistic expectation. But now there is. I'm going to send you a picture of a knife right after this stream.
Hooray? Question mark?
Hey, that shows life is getting normal. Nature is healing.
With knives.
With knives, especially knives that I write Max on with a Sharpie. No one in my house is happy with me when I did that one. I mean, the marker washed off.
Eventually.
So, eventually. But yeah, we did that, and that's basically been my life. Besides just working and editing and animating and existing and doing a bunch of shit. And being very, very tired. I'm very tired right now. So, but yeah, that I guess that's the week segment. God, we got through that fast. I like that.
Yeah.
Keep having boring weeks, Max. This works.
I usually do, so I'm not sure how I managed to fill it up in the past.
But yeah, I guess it's time for the media. Chi-Chi, have you been watching anything? Reading anything, listening to anything?
I haven't So this is one thing that I kind of go back and forth on listening. I take a break, then I listen to a huge chunk of it. I take a break, then I listen to a huge chunk of it. Is this podcast called the Magnus Archives? Are either of you familiar with that?
Doesn't ring a bell.
I've heard the name. I've not heard of it.
The Magnus
Let Max
Archives. Okay, already seeing it. Oh boy, that looks fancy.
So it's a horror podcast.
Ooh, okay, you got me intrigued.
So as the name kind of implies, it's sort of an anthology series of sorts. The whole series is about John Smith, I think is his name. He's the head archivist of this place called the Magnus Archives, and they specialize in archiving paranormal occurrences and that kind of thing. And so, as the series, this first starts out with kind of the Monster of the Week thing, but as the series goes on, there is like an underlying plot that kind of comes up, then connects the episode to episodes, and it gets more and more involved as the series goes on. The guy who narrates it, who plays John Smith, he does a phenomenal acting job. Like, there are some really good actors in this, and I highly recommend it for anybody who's interested in like eldritch type horror or paranormal investigation type stuff. It's very good.
I might have heard of it.
It's been around for a little while. It's not a new podcast by any stretch. By any means, I think it's finished actually. I'm not entirely sure. But it is very good, and I highly recommend it.
Is it connected to Welcome to the Night Vale? I only ask because of the eye in the background.
Yeah, it has certain stuff going on there.
It's got similarities, I think, but it's its own, but it's a completely separate thing and everything like that.
You are correct. It ended in March of this year.
Yep, so very recently.
It went from 2016 till this year. How many years? 5? It ran for 5 years. 200 episodes. Jesus Christ. God, I mean, like, wow. We are, so you got a lot of content to listen to.
Yep, a lot of content.
But it is finished, which is already something more encouraging than...
Yep. And all the episodes are about 20 minutes long or so.
Sounds still more feasible than trying to get into a Critical Role. Tell you that much.
Yeah. Oh, man. I love a podcast that has a entry in the Wikipedia page saying, this podcast has an extensive fan base on Tumblr, which has driven much of its success. I'm not surprised that Tumblr ate this up like candy.
Oh, yeah.
Come on now. We know what those Tumblr people like. Fucking degenerates. But yeah, do you think there's anyone who may have to walk with caution about this? Because it is a horror thing, like...
It's horror, so if you don't... So basically, if horror's not your thing, do not listen to it. I'd say that's the main thing. If you do not like horror, do not listen to this at all.
Do you
and
know
if you don't like
has
ambient
any...
noises, don't listen to it.
Okay. So ambient noises that make you feel...
So a lot of
agoraphobic.
wet, squishy noises, or... What
Not wet, squishy noises.
Okay.
It's just like... It's like droning noises that get louder at points. It's kind of like that.
Okay.
Is there any, like, triggering subjects, or is it really, like, paranormal, doesn't get too that kind of real. You know what I mean? Like...
As far as I know, there aren't really any triggering subjects. No, not really. I think if they do have anything...
That's good.
I think if they do usually put up, like, a warning in front of it. It's just that usually I skip through the commercials and all the intro stuff because it's like, I want to get the main story. And so I might actually be skipping it and not realizing it.
Whoops.
Well, there you go. I just asked because I've had some people be like, I don't know if I like the subject matters of the horror stuff you talk about, Chrissy. And it's like, I'm sorry that I like murder. Is that a crime?
I mean...
Wait a minute. Let's word that in a different way. Damn it. I didn't even mean that.
You didn't? Oh my god, that was a perfect setup! That was a perfect setup, girl! Wow!
I'm funnier when I'm tired, and I'm not trying. But there you go, guys. The Magnus Archives. Is this on YouTube? Can you listen to the episodes on YouTube?
It's on YouTube, it's on Spotify, and I think there's another podcast site that it's on, but I'm not sure.
I will find one good link where you can all find the archives of the archive and put it down below on YouTube. Yeah.
There you go. What about you, Max? What did you bring to the show and tell table today?
What I brought this week, I consumed a medium or media known by the name of Dune.
Ooh.
The original movie or the...
Did you read the book?
I did not read the book. What was your question, Cosmic? Keyframe?
The original movie or the newer one?
Yes.
Okay, you saw both.
I saw both this week because...
Ooh, that's
okay.
Because
that's
on
a lot of Dune.
Yes, because on our last cinema trip, the last few cinema trips, we saw the trailer for the new one. And this is the old one. In case you couldn't tell.
Oh no, what are you talking about? Wasn't that Scarlett Johansson?
Yeah, definitely. And look, Zendaya, definitely Zendaya in those very fashionable modern suits right there. And no, and it was like, it doesn't look too bad. And I started going off a little bit about it, and Denim was like, yeah, I have never seen the original one, or only not even heard too much about the franchise in general. And I'm like, you know what? I know more about it. I believe I saw the first one before, but yeah, it's also not really present in memory. And then for shits and giggles, I went on Netflix, and at least in Germany, it. What was the sentence? It's free on Netflix.
Yeah.
To which I believe this was Paleo, right? Paleo who tweeted about, hey, yeah, watch the movie. It's free on Netflix. Yeah, you do know that Netflix still costs a monthly fee, right? Free on Netflix is relative because there might still be people who don't have it.
There is no fees on Netflix.com.
I mean,
there is no Warren Bossing say.
But then again, thanks to Disney Plus, it is actually not unrealistic anymore to have to pay extra fees to watch something on a monthly subscription service. Thank you, Disney Plus, for making bad or making okay things bad. But yeah, you can see all the old one in its glory. And yeah, and the thing was like we saw it on it was on Netflix, and we were like, yeah, you know what? Before we watch the new one in cinema, let's watch the old one. That's what we did on Tuesday. So very freshly we watched it. Only to afterwards watch all the videos by Dominic Noble on the topic, because he seems to be he reads stuff and he reviews adaptations. So we learned a lot more after watching the video by being like, oh, interesting, because the original one has actually one hell of a production story behind it. That's something for interested people to figure out. It was like literally over decades in production, I believe. Because
they started to try to attempt to make a film of it in 1971.
And
keep in mind, this film came out in 1984.
Yeah. So okay, not decades, but literal years. There were 4 attempts to make the movie, and it always fell apart through dying directors and other stuff. And eventually, it got made by David Lynch. This is the one we just saw. Ironically, what's fun about it? So David Lynch shot like 4 hours of footage. Wanted to break them down to, whoa, video's already starting. Whatever. Here's a new one. David Lynch wanted to make a 3-hour movie, but back then, 3-hour movies or multi-parters were simply not feasible a thing. The studios were like, no, this is something that must not happen. 1 book, 1 movie, 2 hours maximum, and they cut it to a point where David Lynch was like, that's not my movie anymore. So we watched this only to find out afterwards that there is a fan edit with original lost material, which is 3 hours long and free to watch on YouTube. It's called Dune Redux, and I guess I will put the link in the description down below. We haven't watched that yet because watching Dune 3 times in a week is a little bit much, because Dune was written in the time of where psychedelics were going around, and a lot of inspiration was taken, and it got transferred into the visuals.
Yeah,
and
baby.
the 80s one is like really psychedelic to watch. The new one, not so much, because it still needs to work with a modern day audience. You see, new one.
Well, you know what? Maybe modern day audiences are fucking squares. You got to get a little bit trippy once in a while, man. Like, where's the fun? Come on now. I haven't seen the new Dune, but if it's less psychedelic than the original Dune, I don't know if I vibe with that, Daddy-o. Like, come on.
I'm afraid it is less psychedelic than the original. Then again,
But overall, how would you say? Would you say it's still worth a look?
I would. Here's the thing. The first one, maybe go for the Redux version, which is a lot by everything what people agree on. It's closer to or very close to David Lynch's original vision. So if you are interested in the old one, which is a milestone of a movie in movie history, so don't I don't want to play it down, even though it is very hard to follow, because, well, it got butchered in the cut and it was already a difficult adaptation to begin with.
I mean, Lynch
and
didn't
it's
like
Dune,
it so much
so
that he.
it's
Yeah.
gonna be
It's
it's
Dune.
hefty.
Yeah, it literally starts with a 5-hour exposition narration. The face of the lady that you saw at the beginning of the trailer is literally the beginning of the movie. They exposition dump so hard and so unnaturally in the original one, at least in the cinematic cut. Once again, I haven't watched the Redux cut yet, but I heard that this is closer to Lynch's vision. So if you are only interested, but you don't wanna spend too much time, go for the Redux cut. I will link it down below. If you're gonna go then really nerd down, watch the cinematic cut before or after. I don't know. It's free on Netflix.
If you're a dumb baby who needs everything spoon-fed to you, watch the version that was so not like what Lynch wanted that he took his name off the credits.
Oh yeah, he did.
Why the hell? Okay, here's my question. Why the hell would you hire David Lynch to make a movie that you guys wanted to fit any standard? You're talking about the guy who made Eraserhead and The Elephant Man.
I mean, those were
David
the two
Lynch
big
is an
ones he
insane
did before
person.
then. Yeah, those were the
I
big
know,
names.
but it's like Eraserhead is like the prime example of either why you get David Lynch to be David Lynch or you don't get David Lynch.
Especially what makes it double hard during recording, during production, he got complete free hand by the whoever was the producer while he was the director. I don't know the titles, but yeah, the guy who actually was in charge gave him free reign during the production and gave him a lot of playroom, just to then at the very end come in and be like, okay, the studio says only 2 hours, you have to make it 2 hours. Like, dude, you started out giving him freedom and then that. But anyways, I probably should also say a little bit about the new one, where there is less fancy background story about the behind the scene or the production history of the movie, because I dare to say it's a nice, polished 2021 summer blockbuster. So, or autumn blockbuster, whatever you call it nowadays. But yeah, it's for that purpose, while the original cinematic cut, once again, I need to watch Redux cut in near future now. While the was very hard to follow. I heard a line once from somebody who described it as a lot of people went to cinema just to come out confused and buy the book to understand what they just saw. Because it was such a mess. The new one obviously has additional almost 3 decades, no, even more. Wait, the movie is as old as I am, so yeah, almost 4 decades of more knowledge, of more cinema, artistic, whatever. So it's a polished product. The new one is a polished product. They go a little bit into the psychedelic things where they just show scenes, and because there's also kind of like future vision. At some point I was like, do we currently watch a trailer for something? Because they're showing us glimpses of scenes that have not yet happened. But the exposition, that still they put exposition better in place. It felt more natural. They cut what the David Lynch thing did was, you hear books, for people who have never read one. Books have something where you can jump into a character's perspective and hear their thoughts, like they are literally written out in a monologue. David Lynch adapted this literally. So you see characters staring into the camera for like a minute straight, not interacting with the other people in the room, and you just hear their inner thoughts with a little bit of a whisper.
See, the way to make that better is that you got to go Saved by the Bell, Zach Morris kind of thing, and pause everything and then start talking.
Literally break the fourth wall. Yeah. That would have also been nice.
I would have loved a version of Dune like that. Yeah. That would have been great.
But yeah,
where's the Zach Morris cut?
Example which gets in both movies explained in the first 5 to 10 minutes. So I don't consider it a spoiler. It's part of the setup. So in the original one, it's like the mother. I forgot her name. This lady here. This lady. The mother, she got told by her order to only bear the Duke daughters, but because she loved him, she gave him a son, Paul. And in the new version, it's like she runs into somebody else from her order and her supreme mother, and she's like, we told you only to bear him children. How dare you give him a son? So instead of having it explained, like literally, you have characters in a dialogue give you the same information. So, it's more streamlined. You don't have this artistic experimental thing anymore, but this makes it easier to watch. And there's the thing. Can I say it without having to switch on the spoiler? Yes or no? Let me just in case if you want to go in completely blind, but then again it gets revealed right away. Anyways, just in case.
Yeah.
Just in
go
case.
ahead.
So,
Just
we
in case.
sit down in cinema, the movie starts, and something that is not revealed in posters, in trailers, in anything, the title, Dune, Part 1. Which...
Fuck off!
No,
boy.
I actually don't want to say fuck off, because one of the big issues of the original one was that it's a very complex story with a shit ton of stuff going on, and David Lynch wanted to go for 3 hours and already had struggle. Giving this story time to breathe is probably the right call. However, I hope it's only a 2-parter. If they go for 3, then I will join you in your come on shout.
Well, I know that they're already making a prequel series for HBO Max, so they might as well be 3. Yeah, fuck off! Come
Exactly.
on.
Yeah. But yeah, 2 parts I would say is a good call. 3 parts I start questioning the milking, how much they want to milk. But
Well,
yeah.
like, okay, I'm fine if it's maybe of,
Because
3 parts, if they're including Dune Messiah, because there's multiple Dune books. But if it's just talking about Dune, if you fucking hobbit it up, I'm not going to be happy with you.
Yeah. Once again.
Yeah, we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see where it goes.
We have to see so far.
We'll see.
Yeah. So far, what I can say about the movie is that, in regards to pacing, which was one of the biggest issues of the original, the pacing within Dune 2021 is once again more polished. So, but yeah, it's a sci-fi movie. It's based on an absolute classic. You can play fun, compare the first infamous or the first famous adaptation. There was also a TV series at some point in the 90s or something. I don't know. I never watched that one. If you're interested in this one, you cannot go wrong. It's fine. I wouldn't say it's the next Endgame. God damn it, it's not. But it's a solid sci-fi movie. It has a little bit more of this gritty universe from the original vision. I have the feeling that they took a lot of pointers from the original book. Like, for example, you see them wearing actually those white gray clothes over their desert suits that recycle the water. While in the old one, they were just running around in their black spandex. So they take more, they might in many visual aspects closer to the book, so a more faithful adaptation. But
so what you're saying, let me see if I'm getting, we transfer to mine.
Yes.
Let me see if I'm getting yours correctly. So if you are a dumb baby who can't deal with any sort of artistic experimentation, watch the 2021 one, because your tiny little baby brain may not understand the genius of David Lynch. Okay. Well, I don't mean anything of what I just said.
Yeah, but I'm also like, where does this then leave you if you want to watch the only legal official cut of the 1984 version? Because there you also don't get David Lynch's vision. You get a brutal studio cut, which is just not good.
I know. I was just trying to do my impression of a pretentious film person.
You forgot the black beret on your head. Anyways,
I don't have a beret.
talking about pretentious stuff. What did you have?
Oh, okay. Wow, I might as well.
Oh, Inika's face is perfect.
Anyways, hi. I didn't bring an audiobook or a podcast today. I brought an actual book.
What?
I brought an actual book that I bought with money that I've been reading by turning pages
I don't
and
understand.
looking.
Is it
magic?
Sorry, could
What
you?
is this witchcraft?
Is it
witchcraft?
I mean, it's not even a Kindle. Well, I don't get it. I don't understand the concept.
No. You see, you open the book up and there's these pieces of paper called pages.
They look dangerous.
they
You could
have-
cut yourself on them.
Yeah, if you're a dumb baby. Like, I don't know why I've been using dumb baby as my insult this week. I'm sorry.
Seems to be the new Chrissyism.
Well, because babies are dumb. They're helpless little meat sacks, and if you leave them alone for like 5 minutes, they'll die. That's the best insult to give someone. Because what's worse than a baby? A dumb one. There's your glimpse into Chrissy's thought processes today. We had a conversation. I'll get to my media in a second. We had a conversation in a call this week where I think I asked the question about like, if you could eat the rich, which rich person would you eat? And Chris and Lauren got really unnerved by that question. And they were like, are you implying that we need to eat them? And I was like, no, because it's illegal. And just, no. The thing is that they were saying that it was illegal. And I said like, oh, what rule is telling me not to eat a rich person? The law. And we had a huge argument because they were just like, Chrissy, it's concerning that you don't feel a moral dilemma about this. And I was like, what? They're the rich. We should eat them.
Not all of them. Nobody eat Will Smith.
No, we don't need to eat Will Smith.
Exactly.
We don't need to eat Jack Black. I'm
Oh,
talking about Elon and Bezos and stuff like that.
Also, very important thing, don't eat Donald Trump. A, he is not really rich, he just pretends to. And B, he's very unhealthy. He's literally made of fast food.
That's true. It's like Oogie Boogie in Nightmare Before Christmas. You start to skin him and bugs just come out.
This is an
anyways.
insult to bugs.
Oh,
Anyways,
I'm
book.
So sorry. Yeah, so what I did, because I'm doing research for a video and possibly my own little book, so I wanted to research this particular animator that I've known for a long time, named AWKWARDCast. And a lot of people have probably seen his stuff, but don't know who the man is. And he was a character designer, an animator, and producer, who went on to design basically a bunch of super iconic characters for Hanna-Barbera, including Scooby-Doo himself, along with Gazoo from the Flintstones and Adam Ant and fucking like a bunch of fucking characters. The thing's called My Life of 1,000 Characters. Gives you an idea.
He only made 999.
Shut up. I found his life so fascinating because he was a Japanese man in the era of World War II in America.
Whoa.
You can imagine what?
Mind blown. All of Hanna-Barbera is just anime.
Are you done? Are you done?
I guess so, maybe for now.
Okay, but yeah, I was about to talk about him being in an internment camp, and you do that.
Good
I
thing
didn't
I
wanna
squeezed it
whiplash
in
you.
before.
I guess, sure, yeah.
This one-liner would have been really bad after.
As if it wasn't bad before. Okay. But yeah, he got put into a Japanese internment camp in the USA when he was a young man, and he learned illustration while in the internment camp. And you know, afterwards, he didn't have a professional portfolio like for animation or illustration, so he just had a sketchbook where he drew everything he saw. And with that sketchbook, he was able to apply and get in to animate at Disney. And he worked specifically as an assistant animator to Milt Kahl, who's a very famous Disney animator. And he worked on stuff like Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty and Peter Pan, like very notable films. Not credited working on them, but he did work on them. And then after that, in like 1961, he moved on and met and started working for two men called William Hanna and Joseph Barbera, and basically spent over 50 years basically defining the art style of TV animation. And I find it so fascinating. He has like lifetime achievement awards. He worked as like the chief executive at Warner Brothers for certain productions. He produced a bunch of movies. Like he produced the 1970 Charlotte's Web animated film. I grew up on. And all that. And yeah, this is his memoir that he wrote. And I really implore people to look him up and read him, because he is a very inspiring story. He's also I also feel like he's just fascinating, and I feel like when people talk about like people who help define animation and stuff, he's sadly a very unsung voice, even though like in the era post World War II, like I don't think this is an off-color thing to say. A Japanese man being a highly prolific character designer and animator post World War II in American studios seems like a big achievement, because there's a lot of anti-Japanese sentiment after that era. But yeah, he went on to basically work hand in hand with Will and Joe for most of everyone's life. So I find him really fascinating. This is a very well written memoir. I find how he recounts everything is very well done. I don't think it's a boring story. And I know some people are like, why would I want to hear about someone who drew cartoons? But I think like even people who are not interested in animation will find this kind of journey to be fascinating. I don't know who wouldn't like it, besides people who, I don't know, you don't like nonfiction things, you don't like learning, you want to stick your fingers in your ear and just like, I don't know, what do people who don't like learning do? Play video games?
What about video games with tangential learning in it? They might get tricked by it.
True.
That's the thing. Maybe they fall for it, and it's actually not their intention.
Yeah, so maybe that. But I would recommend this if you want to get the physical book.
No, you're already answering my question.
You can get the physical book on Amazon. I think I paid like $10 for it. So it's not an expensive book, and you can see that it's a chunky boy. So it's not too chunky. It's not like year one. And also the physical book comes with like a bunch of pictures and illustrations of his own like of like his sketches and storyboards that he did and everything. Like you actually get a glimpse into how he draws and stuff, which, just to say, I love how he draws. Just a bunch of lines building these characters. I really enjoy that kind of style and how he builds everyone from just basic shapes. But yeah.
But yeah, bad news, especially since you just shown the pictures. I'm sorry, Enigma, there is not an audible version of it.
Yeah, so you're going to have to read like a normal person. But hey, there's pictures. So yeah, this is not a Max-friendly book because there's no audiobook version.
But it has pictures in it. It has pictures in it. That works for me.
It has pictures in it. So if you're willing to read,
does the text in this book come in speech bubbles?
No, Max, it doesn't come in speech bubbles. Now, but here's the thing. I think this is a very digestible book, given that it's 193 pages. It looks like a chunky boy, but looks are deceiving. If you can read 190 pages about a fantastic animator that defined like 3 generations of childhoods, I think you can handle it. So yeah, that is my media.
Yeah. And I guess now we should also officially praise the art of the week. No, big thank you to Royal Enigma Prince for commissioning this beautiful art from Dizzy Miss Lizzie.
Yes, our
which
lovely
is like,
Lizzie.
I love a good meme. I love a good meme, and this is definitely a beautiful use of that meme. I like the big fat teeth. Here's the thing: it's human Chrissy, and yet you have the teeth that her mink Sona would be proud of.
I mean, like, God, I wish I could have teeth that sharp. I'd be terrifying. And you know what? It's honestly a lot more realistic that I'm the really angry one.
Especially since it's the FMK, as it says there on the desk in front of him.
Yeah. I love how kind of like you look.
Yep.
It's like, there, down, girl. But yes, let's get to the Q&A.
Yeah.
Also, Odie sent me this picture saying that Ball Dog was disappointed in me for hurting myself.
I see the disappointment oozing out of Ball Dog.
Yeah, look at this Ball Dog. Look at this good boy. Good boy's mad at me.
You can basically see the tear forming in the corner of his eye, which is very impressive because dogs cannot really cry, I believe. I had dogs almost my entire life. I should know this, but I've never seen them cry, so I don't think they can.
Kermit can cry. Kermit can cry.
Like water out of tears cry, or making the noises
he always looks like his eyes are glassy with tears, but I don't know if that's just him. Anyways, so here we go. Also, sorry, my throat is acting up today.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do we have any on Twitter, or is it just Discord today?
We have our classical "Would You Rather" from J-Rock. I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So give us that.
I give it to you straight away, and you will not guess. You will not be able to guess, Keyframe, what might be the theme of this question, besides being a "Would You Rather." What could be the theme of this first question we are going to read in the month of October?
Is it a spooky question?
It's a Halloween themed question, at least in a wider sense. Would you rather carve 5 giant pumpkins or 50 small ones?
5 giant pumpkins.
Why?
Because it's only 5. Yeah, they're bigger, but honestly, giant pumpkins are really fun, and then you can get really intricate with the designs. 50 smaller ones, it's like then you got 50 of them to do, then you gotta do the whole cleaning process over and over and over again. It would get tedious.
I am gonna pick the 50 smaller pumpkins, Chi-Chi, because you're thinking too small. Like this tiny pumpkin. Like the tiny pumpkins, your brain is going small. Listen to me here. Listen. You listening?
Okay.
Yeah, okay, good. When they say carve, you could do anything with those carving. Now you're thinking just jack-o'-lanterns, just decoration. Nay. I'm gonna take the 50 small pumpkins and carve them so I can make a pumpkin house. Use them as bricks, and then carve them so I can have basically an igloo. I'm going to turn the small pumpkins into one big pumpkin. I want to live in a pumpkin.
How many cubes of ice do you need to build an igloo? Ha! No fucking way.
How much is it?
50?
No
Is it 50?
fucking way!
It's 50!
I'm a
No
Praise me!
way!
Praise me! Max, you can go with your answer. Nothing's gonna beat that.
I mean, yeah. Due to the fact that I don't want to live in a very tiny igloo, because those ice blocks used for igloos are probably a little bit bigger than tiny pumpkins. I actually, when I read the question the first time, was having basically the same thought process as Chi-Chi, namely, doing 5 ones, having 5 ideas, that sounds about right for me. Having 50 ideas or doing all the small fiddly stuff, no. I'm more like big kitchen eye, blah, 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 eye, other eye, mouth, done. Giant pumpkin jack-o'-lantern, finished. I wouldn't even go for the fine integral things that Chi-Chi was suggesting. No, I would just be like, primitive one.
Triangle
done.
eyes, smile,
Exactly.
done.
Exactly.
Well, there you go. I'm the only genius here, apparently.
You're living in a house which will rot away within 2 weeks. Not bad, not bad.
It's a vacation home. Also, no one's gonna steal my stuff.
Well,
there you go. I can make it into a storage unit because no one's gonna go and want to take something out of a gross, disgusting pumpkin.
That is very true. I mean, the question is.
Anyways, the next.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, because I want my stuff. I've been around grosser things. I've been around you. Anyways,
I let you know that I shower once per year. Thank you very much.
I'm aware. Okay, so next question from Taxes. Forget spooky questions. There will be a time for them all month. Mm-hmm. What is your favorite way of cooking lunch? Boiled, roasted, fried, etc. What are we cooking? Lunch is not a food. Need. You know what? I'm going to make this scary now. How do you like to cook your chicken? Boiled, roasted, or fried?
That's easy.
And I guess baked is also there. If you boil your chicken, you are a subhuman, and I don't respect you.
Unless it's chicken soup.
Okay, the chicken soup doesn't count. Chicken soup is already... The chicken and chicken soup's already cooked.
But you need to boil it.
Yeah, but the chicken's not... Okay. I'm not having this argument today. But
is a chicken soup a coffee?
No, because there's stuff in it.
There's no pressing.
There's no... I mean, cream of chicken, though. That's pressed, so cream of chicken is a coffee.
Well...
It's a coffee creamer.
It's coffee with creamer. It's a milk latte. But okay, if you were to have lunch right now, what kind of lunch would you want? I get this is such a weirdly worded question. Odie, what do you mean?
Stewed.
But I guess what's your preferred type of lunch? Like, do you go for a healthy lunch? Do you go for Kentucky Fried Chicken?
Who are you looking at?
This is to the ether of people.
Okay.
So I guess the guest goes first because politeness.
I guess if we're going off chicken, roast chicken.
Oh, roasted chicken's good though. I can agree there.
So what would that be? On a grill?
In an oven. You can roast stuff in an oven.
Okay.
In an oven or on a spit, like it's cooked by fire.
Okay.
But not lying on a grill.
Okay. Yeah, I would probably go with fried. If it's chicken, then fried in a pan. A lot of stuff. I mean, just today I made my curry, and for my curry I fried the chicken.
Curry is so good.
Yeah, so like satay.
Yesterday. Yeah, I had curry yesterday. It was really good. I guess. See, the thing is, I tend to be a boring person with boring things, and my go-to meal is to just take 2 chicken breasts, season the hell out of them, cover it in veggies, roast it in the oven. 1 sheet dinner, little mess, very healthy. That said, I love fried chicken.
Oh, I love fried
I lo-
chicken. Don't get me wrong.
I
I love fried
want.
chicken.
I regret to this day that I was in Germany when they still had the double down and I didn't try it.
Oh well. But yeah, just in the chat, malicious Oval. I have just joined, and to be honest, I have absolutely zero idea as to what is going on. Yeah, how do
Welcome
dude?
to the
Yeah.
AWKWARDCast.
How do you prepare your chicken for lunch? Obviously, I mean, doesn't every podcast
This
talk
is
about
the
it?
type of questions we get.
Yeah. Talking about.
Okay.
Next
So
one.
I have okay. Here's a great question. It comes with visual aid. So let me
Yeah, I have a feeling I know which one you're going for. Yes.
let me let me get the links.
Yes. Yeah.
Jeff Alchemist asked the important question. What do you guys think of peeled Pokemon?
So,
I love them.
But
I love them.
Keyframe, what is a peeled Pokemon?
Oh, well, here you go. Here's the Twitter, Max. Here's some examples.
Oh,
Peeled Pokemon is just what you think
wait,
it is.
it's
Pokemon,
okay, it's directly the Twitter. Okay.
Pokemon, but peeled. All their features are taken off. No legs, no ears, nothing. I love it and I hate it.
I love showing it to people. That's the thing I love. I love showing it to people and the variety of reactions you get from them.
It's so, some of these are so upsetting. Like, hold on, let me link my favorite.
This is
one of my
just a
favorites.
blob with a pixel.
Oh my god.
This one's one of my favorites. It's just, where's it? He's just legs. He's just legs. So, yeah, because you don't know until you look at peeled Pokemon that most Pokemon just revert to egg.
Especially this breed.
Like,
this is just a
Round
snake.
pens.
This is just
Yeah,
snake.
like this. This is just an egg. What I just linked is just an egg.
Doesn't. It really is just
Love
an
this
egg.
one.
It's, oh my god, the Altaria. God, I don't
Altaria
like
is my
it.
favorite.
Ooh.
Altaria is my favorite.
It's chicken wings.
I know. It's so. I love it. I honestly love it.
Here's another good one. This is Licky Licky. They took away his tongue and his feet. What a cruel life.
But yeah, that's
He just
the
looks like
thing.
a friend.
Occasionally they seem to not just peel them,
Okay, I
but
don't
also
know-
remove limbs.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could put Victini on here, but I've just figured I'd put it in the chat just in case.
Put it on.
What? This
Put
is
it on.
this is just a peeled Pokemon. I have no idea why this beautiful image of a peeled Pokemon could be problematic to show on stream. I don't understand. And what's going on here?
I don't know. The fact that they took away his ability to eat. It's just. It's I have no mouth and I must scream. Though let me just say, my final statement on this: I don't like Pokemon that have defined. What is that bottom left one? It looks like a battle block character.
And the bottom right one looks like like something creepy from SCP meets Studio Ghibli.
I
It
mostly
looks
like
like
the.
a
I mostly like this one for the Whale Lord. The Whale Lord makes me so happy.
I love the fucking hippo without the eyes just looks like a hippo version of the Deku kid from like when Link puts on the Deku mask in Majora's Mask. But my final statement on peeled Pokemon is I don't like characters that have more defined muscles because them naked looks wrong. This is Lucario, and I don't enjoy it. I don't like the line on his crotch, and like there's something here. It just looks like someone took a fursona and shaved.
And once
I mean,
again,
that's what all of these are.
And once again, I have the feeling that I have literally no idea how this thing normally looks, but I have the feeling that the arms usually don't end in little stumps, so there has once again been more removed than just the peel.
Oh my god! If we have
And
time,
another egg. Probably not.
If we have time during the post show, what we need to do is that we need to, me and you, Chi-Chi, should pick out peeled Pokemon to show to Max, and he needs to guess what they look like without being peeled, since he doesn't know any Pokemon.
This sounds like something for 3 idiots.
Yes.
Where we actually how much Pokemon does Lauren know?
Not much. I think she knows Gen 1.
So you pick the ones, send them to us, and we have to actually redraw their original appearance.
Oh, that's a genius idea.
I love that idea. Oh, I'd be down for that.
Oh, okay. Here, one more.
Okay. So, but yeah, there was a question attached to all of this, wasn't it?
No, it's just how does peeled Pokemon make us feel?
Yeah, how does it make? I mean, yeah.
That face. It makes me feel that face. I'm not upset, but I'm something.
I guess it makes me feel cold because they for out of empathy, I feel cold for them because they seem to leg any.
They're all very naked.
Yeah, very naked.
They are very naked. I feel, God, some of them are so naked. Oh my
look
God,
at this one. This one is pretty disturbing.
What is it?
Oh, it's Enigma.
I don't like this one's cute. I think this is actually really cute.
Need to clean up all those tabs.
What, the Turtwig without his back?
Yeah, honestly, I think he looks cute.
He looks so naked.
Turn on the screen share again.
He does look naked, but he's cute.
Okay, I found the perfect peeled Pokemon.
Yes.
It's already...
Ball.
Look, here's the thing. It's from the true perfect Pokemon design, which is Spheal, and I will get a picture of him. For as you can see, he is a Spheal.
Whoa!
Oh my God! Here comes the boy.
Blip, 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 blip.
Espeon may be my favorite Pokemon.
Ball evolves.
Espeon may be my favorite. Espeon may be my favorite Pokemon, but Spheal is peak Pokemon design. You don't need more than a circle with a cute face. Anyways, next question. Thank you, Deaf Alchemist, for this wonderful thing. Okay, so let's see. It's a thing.
It is.
All right, so Making Phone Calls asks, what sequel would you want to see for a movie that doesn't have a sequel? Here's the thing. Most movies that I like don't need sequels.
But here's a question. Would there still be one where you would like to see a sequel, where you are like, hey, there is more to explore in this universe?
The thing is
I got one.
That we live...
Chichi,
Go ahead, go ahead.
9. Tim Burton's 9.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean,
that one would be good.
They overcame the obstacle, but they didn't really finish their story, now did they? There was still more left in their world.
Yeah, there was still more left in that world, and it was intended to have more pieces to it.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense, yeah.
Yeah. The thing is that now that we live in the age of streaming, where we have stuff like the Marvel series and everything, my sequels go straight to a limited series and not a movie. Because most of my ideas are like Treasure Planet would be great, but I would want Treasure Planet to have a series, not just one movie.
I think that still counts.
Though the idea that they had for a Treasure Planet sequel was cool, where he was going to go to the academy
I like
to
the
be a
idea that they were going to do
stuff.
for it.
So you know what? I would want Disney Plus to make a Treasure Planet sequel using the original Treasure Planet plot, but give it more money. No Disney direct-to-video sequel money.
No.
Unless it's like the extremely goofy movie where it had really good animation. But yeah, there's mine. Treasure Planet.
Now, as always, searching for ideas, for inspiration.
What about your favorite 80s movie about the cricket goes to town?
Definitely, especially from the 80s. No, I mean, actually one, definitely looking for inspiration on Netflix and jumping to the first one that I see. But now that I see it, I actually feel like, hey, I could see more happening in this universe. Megamind. I mean, they took fucking, they turned fucking Despicable Me into an entire franchise with disturbing spin-offs and everything. And yeah, Megamind just got its one movie, got I believe a lot of love after the fact. Nowadays they are like, yo, you have those two back-to-back villain being protagonist movies. And now looking back, everybody's like, yeah, first Despicable Me movie. Some people are like, it's not bad, unlike the rest of the franchise, but Megamind was so much better.
Megamind had presentation.
Yeah.
Imagine the soundtrack for Megamind 2. It would sound awesome.
Yeah.
There you go. There's our answers. We actually came up with good answers that weren't memey.
Oh no, I hope Spacey Boy Doc is not correct, because they say Megamind sadly is now owned by Illumination.
How?
No,
I'm not
because
sure.
it's a DreamWorks film.
It's a
Oh, it
DreamWorks
is
film.
DreamWorks, unless they sold just the
DreamWorks
IP.
is owned. No, because unless DreamWorks and Illumination are owned by the same. I'm gonna fact check.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is something to look up.
Who owns DreamWorks?
Illumination can't
DreamWorks
own DreamWorks.
is-
Illumination is the underdog.
My thing is that I think Illumination and
Is-
DreamWorks, if anything, are maybe owned by the same mother company, like Comcast or
But-
something.
Oh, didn't DreamWorks
yeah.
got bought? No, DreamWorks got bought by. I can't see this. DreamWorks
No,
is
no,
a
they
giant
were-
Illumination.
They were not bought by Illumination.
No.
Universal owns Illumination, or is at least a distributor. Who owns Illumination? Illumination Company. It's owned by Universal Pictures. They're owned by the same people. DreamWorks doesn't own Illumination. Illumination doesn't own DreamWorks.
But they are by now basically adopted siblings.
Yes, which explains why you see DreamWorks and Illumination stuff at Universal Studios in Hollywood. So there you go. There's a reason that Poe from Kung Fu Panda could be next to a minion, but that doesn't mean that they like each other.
But yeah.
But there you go. There's your answer.
Next
Okay, I
one.
guess we need to have some spooky questions.
We can't avoid them all.
Lesbian Vampire asks, so it's spooky season. Please tell us the scariest Halloween-themed movie you've ever seen. So not just a horror movie, it has to be Halloween.
So I cannot say Cabin in the Woods again. Damn it.
You cannot say Cabin in the Woods. What about you, Chi-Chi? What's your favorite, like, spooky?
The scariest one.
Because honestly, a lot of the Halloween things I enjoy aren't really scary per se.
So what is the scariest
You like
among
the
all the comedies?
Well, see, I don't know many that are actually like Halloween specific. In terms of like
When you
actual
think of-
scariness.
yeah.
I mean,
When you
Oogie
think about a
Boogie
lot
is
of
pretty
Halloween-
scary.
I mean, yeah, I doesn't put that down for now. I think I know something scarier, but it's like, it's not coming to me.
I mean, the cliched answer would just to be saying the movie Halloween. You know, the movie
I was
that
gonna
actually
say,
takes
but
place
like,
on Halloween.
Uh-uh.
But
What about Hocus Pocus?
there
that
is
works.
something in Hocus Pocus, yeah. I mean, that one's literally about trying to stop people from eating children, so.
True.
Halloween Town 2 can be pretty spooky because there's a scene in it where all the humans get turned into the monsters that they were wearing as costumes, and everyone's like fucking flailing around and everything, and it was fucking creepy.
I believe they had a Buffy episode of that too.
Yeah. That is a trope, isn't it? Of like people get turned
Probably.
into the costumes
Yeah.
that they wear.
Yeah.
But that's a thing. Like I don't know Halloween specific, but if we were talking about just horror movies, like the scariest horror movie we've ever seen, I still think Misery is the most terrifying thing to me. Of Primal Fear, fuck that movie. I hate it. I hate clowns. I especially hate when you're watching it with someone after drinking half a bottle of wine, and when the clown comes, they grab you by the shoulders to scare you while watching the movie.
Sounds like a pretty dick move to do.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only someone who would own up to their dick moves would admit who they are.
Exactly. Odie.
Okay.
You could picture
Can't even
Odie doing that.
Maybe, I don't know. But, yeah. So, yeah. It's not a bad question, lesbian vampire. It's just a thing of a lot of Halloween-based media isn't actually that scary.
And very few horror movies are actually Halloween-based. Except for Halloween, obviously.
Yeah, but I think we have time for one more.
It's interesting how that works out.
Yeah, I think we have time for the final question, because we are getting... I don't want to take up too much of Chi-Chi's time.
So...
But yeah, so let's move to the FMK. There were so many Halloween questions, and all of you people has the same essence of fucking what's your favorite anime? They're all the same question. Okay, so sinisterly spectral prince asks, that shouldn't have gone to me. It is now the month of spooky scaries and ghoulish creatures to sulk and skulk around. So let's get our lanterns lit and our candy bowls prepped up for a horror-themed gathering of fuck, marry, kill, horror and hellish villains. So among our smorgasbord of beefcakes, we have Pinhead from Hellraiser. Max, you might want to look these up just in case, Chi-Chi doesn't know what they look like.
Fair.
The Candyman from Candyman. And Pennywise from the first It series, not the recent one, so the Tim Curry one. Try not to spill too much blood and keep the rendered limbs in an orderly manner. You have to have some decorum to this, after all, despite the horror format. Mwahahaha. There you go. I think I passed the audition.
Definitely.
But yes, Pinhead, Candyman, and Pennywise. Candyman. What wonderful names.
Yeah, the Candyman has very small pictures. Ah, there is a bigger one.
And so
Candyman
and what was the question between the three of them?
It was it's fuck, marry, kill.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
Max
wait,
is
images. Yeah, images coming in. Okay. Image. I wanted to have an image. Gee. Okay, there we go. So, for your viewing pleasure, candidate number 1, Hellraiser, a sadomasochistic demon from what they are called again? I believe you know the name.
What the hell?
No, the Hellraiser.
They're fucking.
Yeah.
I did know this. I looked up Hellraiser really recently.
But yeah, demon.
Like,
that's just
it's like some kind. I forget the name of it too, but it's like
Cenobites.
Cenobites.
Yeah,
Cenobites.
Yeah. Pinhead, the Cenobite from a hell dimension of pleasure and pain. Candyman, a man with a hook for a hand and a thing for bees. And the good news is, you're not going to go out with that clown, but rather with that clown. You're welcome.
Yeah, so you have some wonderful decisions to make, Chi-Chi.
So, who of those 3 lovely fellows would you like to fuck, to marry, or to kill? Also, let me get rid of this clown, otherwise I will accidentally show him again.
Do we have to stay on pet? Thank you.
I think for Mary,
I hate clowns. Sorry, go ahead.
I think for Mary, I might go with Hellraiser because I like the interdimensional power aspect of it.
She right out of the gate, taking your gold digger answer away. Keyframe.
Yeah. So this is gonna be harder. Yeah.
Huh.
I know, you got such great choices.
Kill it so Keyframe can't.
Oh, don't encourage her.
See, the thing, like, logic with it is that, on the one hand, clown.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other hand, Tim Curry.
Good thing that we went for the old one. Fuck or kill. Fuck or kill. Keep in mind, whatever you do with it, whatever you don't do with it, you have to do with this fellow.
I mean, that fellow doesn't look bad.
He has
No,
a
he
hook
doesn't
for
look bad at all. Not at all.
He has a hook for a hand, and he literally breathes out bees.
You know, that could be interesting. Chi-Chi's currently falling down a cliff. Oh, now she's a car.
Do I have to change the slideshow and just put those two pictures into the slideshow? So I don't need to manually keep switching between them. Okay, come on here. Date night. Speed dating.
I think I'm probably gonna go with Candyman for a fuck. I'm gonna have to go with Candyman.
Okay. Why?
He's the most human looking out of everybody.
Okay.
You know what? That's the fair point.
And
Just have to make sure he holds his breath.
yeah, this leaves killing the clown. Why? Why do you kill the clown?
I don't want him to kill anybody else.
It is true
That's
for all
fair.
three of them. Okay.
Yeah, but, you know.
Then yeah.
Oh no! Oh
Yes.
no! You went last week. No!
I mean, you cannot kill the clown anymore anyway, so I can just rotate
I know,
it in.
but I would argue that both options are bad for me
Yeah.
for what to do with
Okay,
Pennywise, depending on which.
I know how I have to rotate it, since apparently I get to go second. So
Yeah, you do.
I go for the very obvious answer. There's only one of those three monsters that actually has something sexual themed going on, which is Hellraiser, because they come from a dimension that is
Not you,
pain.
that was gonna be mine.
Well, a dimension of pain, but also lust, to a point where those two become one and the same. While I'm not intrigued by this concept on a superficial level, if I have to go to town with one of those three, and it will be an unpleasant experience either way, I at least want to go with the people who have a little bit of knowledge about lust, and not just about torture, massacre, and whatnot. Who knows? Maybe I discover my SM side and will be like, yay, all this pain and suffering and mutilation is super hot. Thanks, Pinhead, for letting me know. So yeah, this is a very obvious choice for fucking the Pinhead. Oh, bye. Anyways.
Hey, at least you wouldn't need to kiss him because, you know, you don't. He already has the pins keeping you from kissing.
It's very true. It's very true. Otherwise, you could literally poke an eye out while trying to kiss. Anyways, this then means that I am going to kill Candyman. I mean, I believe he actually already is dead, what the other two are not. So he is already an undead, haunting spirit. So you can bring him. If you really want to hang out with him, you just have to stand in front of a mirror and say Candyman 3 times. He's basically the male Bloody Mary. And yeah, I mean, this entire bee thing, this sounds very, very bad. Some people are allergic to it. And then the hook thing, I don't know. It's just like, yeah, no, killing him. Obviously, because hooks and bees. Hooks and bees equals kill. And that leaves me then with my new husband, Pennywise, the clown. I mean, this is like, come on, imagine your own life as a sitcom. The jokes write themselves when you have a clown as one of the people in the relationship. And especially Tim Curry's performance was often enough, more comical than scary.
Yeah. Are you going to, like, help him scare children?
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
okay,
the entire feeding children to him afterwards part we need to talk about. This is not okay. But scaring children, yes, of course. I like scaring children.
You'll be his soy sauce, pouring soy sauce on the children.
Once again, the eating part, Pennywise and I have to go through a couples therapy and be like, and he always wants to eat the children after I spooked them. But yeah, eventually we will work through our differences. We will find a new diet for him, and yeah, I see a future for that relationship. Anyways, Keyframe.
Okay, we're going to go with the fucking answer last because I need time to figure out how to justify that.
So.
Okay, so I'm going to kill Pinhead.
Oh my! Why do you do that? What has he ever done to you?
I feel like he would enjoy it. I feel like I'm giving him a birthday present at that point.
You know, that's a fair point.
Fair point, yeah.
Of all of them, he's the one that enjoys pain.
Answer,
so I would give him the ultimate. Exactly, yeah, there you go. I don't need more justification.
No,
Pinhead's an easy one.
Yep, completely with you.
Yeah, okay. So then I'm going to marry the Candyman. You know what? He just, look at him. He's a handsome fella. And you know what? He may breathe bees, which is not great given that I'm allergic. But you know what? We'll just go the 1950s route, sleep in separate beds. Are you getting a ferret?
No, I'm not getting a ferret. The ferret left something, and the ferret now gets a treat.
Oh, okay.
Unless I now get a ferret, then I can also show a ferret. So you have something more pleasant to look at than Pennywise.
Yes, I'll have something more pleasant, and you know what? If with the hook hand, that may serve some purposes. There may be some good there. I could teach him just to not breathe bees. Like maybe I'll get him one of those little swimming snorkels so the bees can fly this way, and we can have we can make him a beekeeper. He can make honey. We'll be very happy. Oh, which one is that? Is that Rocket?
That is Rocket. Whoop, that's Rocket. So,
oh, fluffy noodle.
Rocket.
And now you can stare at Rocket instead of that.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna stare at Rocket. Look at that. Oh, what a sweet little chicken.
Oh, fluffy
boy.
noodle.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have to justify fucking that thing, don't I?
Excuse me, that's my ferret.
You could use my reasoning.
No. What's your reasoning?
Tim Curry.
Okay, yeah, it's Tim Curry, but also clown. I can't get him to take off the makeup.
Okay, here.
You can just close your eyes.
I was about to say,
under the makeup, he's a spider.
I throw you a freebie here. Keyframe. So, it's Tim Curry.
He's melting in your hands.
He is blab. Ferrets are liquid. Wait, can I get a blab? No? Oh, he's actually tensing his muscles.
There we go.
Oh, poor boy.
Have you made it? Have you made him do that little ferret dance yet? Of the
okay, let me do the ferret dance and then I put you back to the ground.
Oh, look at go!
Oh, and now you're free, baby. Now you're free.
Now he's annoyed.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
But yes, okay.
Tim
okay,
Curry.
No,
so,
I came up with a reason.
Good.
I don't need your freebies. I will come up with it. As everyone knows, I have an irrational fear of clowns. I hate clowns. I don't like them at all. The only clowns I like are those Worthy Kids Big Top Burger animations. That's it. There is no better way to face your fears than head-on exposure therapy. And what is a better exposure therapy than literally fucking the clown? If I can fuck the clown, then I show my power over the clown.
It's basically
I am going to top Tim Curry. I'm going to turn Tim Curry into a bottom.
It's basically like
I guess you're taking him to the big top then.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's basically like sensitivity training for allergic people. Like getting exposure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm going to fuck Tim Curry to get rid of my fear of clowns. Let's just hope it doesn't cause something else to brew, and then suddenly I'm asking people to put on clown noses before fornification.
Oh boy, yeah, that would pretty quickly turn awkward.
A and Y and Key say hi to the people in the chat. The memes are seen on this live stream as they talk about random crap. It's time for awkward guests. It's the awkward. Random guests and funny gags on the awkward guests. Artwork and analysis which you do not want to